Rust Console Edition, a game about survival. Rust can be challenging at times. Sometimes when you think you're finally about to win, the game just kills you. However, after every single death, you learn a little bit of information every time. I've been playing this game for quite a while, so I know how to get weapons in this game fairly quickly. In this video, I'll be sharing a few ways I know how to get weapons. Some of them take a bit longer than others, so please be patient, since sometimes RNG won't be on your side. One way to get weapons extremely fast is to go for a supply drop. Supply drops have loot ranging from a pump to an LR. Once you get the weapons from these drops, I recommend you bring them back to your base as quick as possible. However, if you're confident in your skill level to roam with the weapon, you can stay out there for as long as you want to. Another way to get weapons is to run monuments like Dome, Launch Site, and Airfield. Sewer is also a really good monument to run, but not every server has it. Dome is a monument that's on every server and is really consistent to run. Unlike most monuments, Dome does not require any cards to run. All you need is 10% rad protection. Dome has 4 military crates at the top, as well as a bunch of regular crates scattered throughout the entirety of it. Military crates are the one that are going to give you the good weapons. Military crates can potentially have a tier 2 weapon inside of it. Unfortunately, in order to research and craft a tier 2 weapon, you're going to need a lot of scrap to get a level 2 workbench. Luckily for you, running these monuments will give you a lot of comps to recycle. Just one of these runs can give you up to 200 scrap. For my dumb run, I wasn't lucky. I didn't get any weapons. Just remember to keep in mind, this doesn't work every time. You're going to have to try plenty of times. And remember, even if you don't get a weapon, you're getting tons of scrap and comps to recycle. And on top of getting all this scrap, you're getting comps to craft weapons once you finally do find one. Now here's a few things that I'd look out for if you're trying to get your first weapon. The first thing, if you're first starting out, you'll probably want to not venture out too far from your base. If you get too far from your base and you actually do find a weapon, then you're going to have to bring it all the way back to your base, and players can kill you along the journey. Another thing I keep in mind, players are probably selling weapons in their shops for a low amount of sulfur. Buying a weapon from a shop could be much easier and faster than finding one out at a monument. However, if you do this technique, you won't get any scrap to research the weapon. And if you already have enough scrap saved up, then you won't have any comps to craft the weapon. However, if you already have enough comps to craft a weapon, and you have enough scrap to research your weapon, then there's no reason you shouldn't just go to one of these shops. Before I go on to the last important tip I have, I'd like to ask you to like and subscribe. It's only one button that you have to press, and it'll make my day if you do. You'll also be notified when I post more tutorials like this one. However, I don't only make tutorials. I have a couple PvP montages already up that you should probably check out. Not only do these have PvP clips in them, but they also have a few funny moments I got while playing the game. Now the last tip I have, and probably one of the most important ones I have, is practicing in the test branch. Let's say you finally get lucky and you do get a weapon. If you haven't practiced in the testing branch, then you'll probably just lose it in the next 5 seconds. When I started playing the gun servers in the testing branch, I improved the fastest that I've ever before at this game. However, you only can access the tester branch if you have bought the deluxe edition or higher. If you don't have deluxe edition, then you can always still practice on the main game. It'll be a bit harder without the convenience of the gun servers, but it's not impossible. And that's the end of my guide on how to get guns in Rust Console. Before you click off, please check out some of my other videos. And also don't forget to comment on what tutorials you'd like to see in the future.